Hey, Dave, now here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. I am actually going over the material of Apex investing, and it's extremely complicated in one way. Another way, it's not so bad. But look at this busy chart right here. This is all their proprietary information. Yeah, so that's signifying, well, they actually recommend to start with right there on that ATM 1717, which basically means that looking for a 7-tick profit target with a 17-tick stop loss on one contract. There's a lot of stuff that I obviously don't understand here, and I believe this means an uptrend, downtrend, downtrend, uptrend. I mean, the alerts were just popping at me today. I thought I would go through. Anyway, I'm taking the 30-day free trial to go through it, and then you get $1 more for 30 days more. You get $1 more. And the reason I'm thinking about Apex investing is that my hardest problem that I've run into with let me go back to the other screen because let's go back to, yeah, so there's 9 different setups, and I think this might be one of them, called the TX trade. Have a thing called ODD. They have all their different symbols. One of them is a divergence. One's an exhaustion box, trapped orders, exhaustion. So they're talking about that right now, exhaustion and rejection in the market. I mean, I basically do the same thing, but I have a very difficult time trying to, today was a very difficult day for me. I thought incorrectly that we were going to go to 77.77. Thank goodness that I'm only being charged $36.16 on a failure. But what I'm getting, here's the biggest problem that I'm running with right now. I'm winning a bunch of my trade setups. The problem that I'm running into, and I don't know if this is your problem here at Apex as well, is the max trailing drawdown. I get into the point where that here's the thought process that's running in the back of my mind right now. Yeah, today I had opportunities that had a $1,000 winner on the table, but when it retraced a little bit, that 1,000 became 500, and then all of a sudden it brought the 47,500 up to 48,000 on the trailing drawdown, max trailing drawdown, and then you're adding, trying to get the, I don't know. So it's difficult. It's probably the hardest thing that I've tried to, and I'm trying to trade with more volume and size right now, and that's not really working. I've been trying to trade up to 5 contracts on a movement that's it's going my way, but when it bounces, it runs too far, and the next thing you know, it just it's frustrating. So I think you've got to build a very solid foundation to be able to not worry about the max trailing drawdown. Once you reach 50,100, your max trailing drawdown doesn't go up any further. So then all of a sudden, if you're at 54, 55, 56, 57, and moving up there, you can actually take more of a drawdown and probably trade more the way that I like to trade at the markets, or they call it simplicity, is another way that they go after a further out target. I just feel like that I'm close, but it's just not. They're looking. A lot of their trades are scalping trades. They're trades that just take a very minimum profit target. And I mean, how hard is it to get 7 ticks in the crude oil futures market once you get in? Most of my trades go 7, if not 10 to 20. So anyway, thought I would bring you up to speed with what's going on. I had a bunch of, I've actually working my way. I'm debating about 5 different EAs, pass them all, and then go through each one of them. I mean, one of his videos talks about in the beginning talks about getting $150 a day, which, my gosh, 150 on one contract, that's 15 ticks, really. So 7 by 7 by 7 gets you there, so 3 wins. Is 21 or 210, so that would be 210. So it's net 3, it's 3 wins or net 6, and he talks about, there's lots of stuff that I just don't understand. Daryl Martin's a very smart man. John Skelton, the whole crew at Apex, they have their website called Apex Investing, right? But this is a very, very busy chart. So you've got this kind of information, then you have where I'm trying to simplify things down to bare bones, and just looking at supply and demand figures. But one of the things I definitely like is, like right here, get my screen draw tool out. I mean, it's hard to see this, but you can, whoops, that's the wrong box. Let me get that off. Right there is a blue and a green. So there's an exhaustion bars and trapped orders right there, and you can see that move going this way. Now, is that a valid trade setup? Perhaps. You have this wall and that wall, and you have this move going up here. So 80.18 roughly to what, 80.49. Are there 7 ticks available there? Definitely. And that's one trade setup. And you find 2 more like that in a day, like over here. Here's another one. I don't know what that red X right there means, but you got a little bit of congestion right there. And you see that downtrend right there. There's a red bar, red with no blue exhaustion, no. You got a green with an exhaustion right there inside a cluster. They call this, they call this a cluster right there. And there's another cluster right there. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, so I don't want to speak, but what I definitely like to say is that it's very fascinating. I mean, you can look back, right? Here's another setup right there. Comes down, see the exhaustion right there, and then it goes up here. Today was, let's go back to, Oh wow, there's the 8 o'clock mark. So here's the area that I got caught at today. I wasn't using their system, but here's where I started at 9 and I caught this move here, and I was up on 5 contracts, like, I don't know, 1.5K. And then this move comes in and I get stopped out at all of a sudden this becomes 49,000 on the drawback, right? The drawback. And I get to 50K and only have 1,000 trailing stop left. And that's what kicked my ass today. So, I mean, I know what I'm doing. On the other side, I don't know. So could I have used the information that I had today? So here's me coming in at the open right here. At the 9 o'clock mark, coming in, taking this. And then we see this. What's letting me know that that's a reversal? I don't know what those yellow marks there mean. I have no idea. What you can see is a bunch of trapped orders here, though. I think red means, no, that's exhaustion. All this is exhaustion. There's another green exhaustion, but I haven't seen any. Oh, here's a bar that's saying something, but that's no good. Here's a bar that's saying something there. Here's a blue bar right there, and the market goes up. So there's supposed to be trapped orders and exhaustion right there, and you got your, so I guess you got your trend right there. That looks like a nice setup right there. Could maybe have been a good stop right there as it comes down. Anyway, lots to know, and lots to know, and can be very confusing right now. I figure out how to stop this video because I got this on another screen right now. All right, we'll talk to you later. It's Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com.